me feel like it was time to do a video. So, hoping to, get to see a card that maybe we don't see too often. I will be trying to get a leprechaun in my deck, if given the opportunity. Started out with Lifebound Muse with a shard. It's a pretty solid start. He did take the Spider Witch from me, which makes sense, because otherwise I might have been looking to start a Lifebound deck pretty quickly. Now he's got Beast Staff and Skyrocket Drone, which works well with it. So now I can actually go ahead and take Aaron the Godslayer, and yeah, that's exactly why. That is exactly why Lifebound Muse, especially with a shard, is worth the take early. He's going to go with a heavy, and let's see. By the way, playing Immortal Heroes and Rise of Vigil in this case. It's just the next combination that I theoretically will be playing in a tournament round if I advance in the February tournament. So, getting a little practice in, doing a video at the same time. I don't think I want to banish a monster, as I have Aaron the Godslayer. I think I'll take out the Spark Sprayer. I'm not really looking to start like a Makana deck right now or anything. I think the Beast Staff with the shard is just good enough here, so we'll take that. And he's going to take the Void Thirster, which is a little bit better, but if he doesn't get enough energy to really turn it on, it's not significantly better. I'd like to pick up a cheap shard. Ooh, and that's a good one. First thing I'm going to do here is take the Deathstone Warrior. I'm probably buying the Soul Shaper with the Muse. Or I could pay 2 rune for it and hope that something better comes out, or take the Black Vanquisher is an option. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth the gamble. Ooh. Well, I'd rather have a Scar of Souls at this moment than the Black Vanquisher. I'm not really trying to go heavy on the power right now. I've got Aaron the Godslayer doing some work for me. I'm going to start banishing, going to use Lifebound Muse. I'm going to banish the Cinderella with Truth Seeker. Got some really cool stuff going on here, actually, so not in any hurry to try to beat all the monsters and close out the game. Just going to start deck building here. Firestorm Effigy could pay off here, as he picks up another heavy. He does have a couple of power constructs. Possibility of building sort of some incremental advantage, but he's not super far ahead of me in that aspect either. So I could take the Mordant Widow, but I think just banishing 2 cards here is probably the way to go. Just want to clear out room so I can draw like my shards and my Muse. I think I'm going to need another Mystic here. I'd love to pick up that Tablet of the Dreamer. I feel like I'm getting set up to where I might be able to energize pretty easily, fairly shortly here, because I'm deck thinning well enough that any shards I pick up I can draw pretty often. He may be taking that from me, though, at this point. Seems likely. Okay. Well, I probably should take the Hornisnot. Honisnot? Yeah, I'm butchering it either way. So, yeah, I think I should take that. The energy from the Magnet Monk could be useful. But I get the energy shard with the Honisnot. One thing about this card is it's not, as I take it, it's not actually as high-powered as you'd like it to be. And there is a 4-shard card, which is now high-powered. But once you start to build energy, it can be quite good. I mean, 2 and 2 is certainly nothing to scoff at. Partially taking that, though, I don't want him to pair it with his Spider Witch, and I also seeing him take the tablet, thinking about trying to cut him off from some shards, but that clearly did not work. Okay, so the good news, though, is there's an Osiah, and I have at least some... Okay, I should be able to take the Osiah at this point. So that is definitely the good news. I will actually have to use my Lifebound Muse on it, most likely. But that is okay. That's a pretty big payoff for the Muse right there. Let's start taking out this Void Feeder here. Keep that card from getting out of hand on me. And... I'm not sure if I'm at the point of Wolf Acolyte yet. I might be. On the other hand, I don't think I want him to have Magnet Monk, so I think that's what I'm going to take. Again, some consideration going towards just cutting him off from the energy, because if he gets too much energy and gets the tablet of the Dreamer going, that can be pretty sick. So he has some heavies, and otherwise just not as powerful a deck as mine right now, so I don't want to give him one super powered construct that can swing the game his way. So let's see. Blackwatch, maybe. I'm starting to get where I've got plenty to kill monsters with and not enough monsters to kill. Truth Seeker can help with that problem. I'd like the Stone Circle Elder to some extent, but I also want to banish this Apprentice, because I definitely don't want to draw this Deathsworn Warrior again. Yeah, I think the Blackwatch is fine. I think by the time we come back around... Now that's a pretty sweet monster. Okay. Still gonna just banish the Deathsworn Warrior. For no effect, I just don't want it anymore. I think I've done enough banishing that... we're at that point in the game. I don't have that many turns left, so I don't really want to waste any more card draws trying to set up like the perfect scenario for Deathsworn Warrior. I'm just going to have to accept that I just didn't get full value on it that time. But my opponent didn't either, so, still a reasonable buy. Gonna get full value on the Muse again, and that has been the biggest consideration this game. Well, I think I'm banishing the Energy Monk. That's a card he would want. I don't necessarily need it myself. I'm going to be taking a free Monk of the Lidless Eye here. Yeah. And I think I'm okay with the Monastic Tutor at this point. I've got enough energy, I should be able to use it. And we're getting late enough in the game that I don't have to worry as much about the deck chub that I'm going to get from that. I'll use the Beast Staff and buy a heavy, I guess. Yeah. The thing about the Monastic in this sense, it's just one of those cards that, now it's going to be Mystic or Heavy. I get to just kind of decide. I'm probably more likely to need Mystic the way the board is set up and the way my deck is set up, but you never know. And you get it 1 for 1. It's not bad. Nothing too exciting either, though, but... Okay, so I could cheat here. I can look at my deck and figure out exactly what I have. But before I do, let's see if I can figure it out. I have 2 Apprentice, 1 Militia in the discard, 3rd in hand. The Militia's already gone. Or my other Militia's already gone, I think. Alright, there's a Mystic. Okay, the last card is the Honusnot, so I don't actually have to use the Beast Staff or cheat to figure it out, so that's what I'm going to name with Great Omen Raven. And let's see, we use the Magnet Monk. And still can't energize this little dude, so I'll just have to be content. I think I want to buy something and see if I can make something happen with Uzziah. I did not manage to do so, just a blank Uzziah. It happens sometimes. One of those things you would think would be a kind of a game-winning card. It's disappointing when it misses. I think I'm still fine. I've been utilizing my Lifebound Muse throughout the game. Picked up some pretty big cards there, and the Godslayer's definitely done some work, so he's kind of trying to dig out of a hole. He does have the in-game lead right now, but I think I have the deck size lead pretty sizably. It's close. I'm gonna still need another good turn, but I think that's reasonable. Ooh, the Pyromaniac getting rid of the tablet, which might be a mistake. I think it was, because that could have bought him like a free Omnicron or something. Okay, but I'll take it. I think it is, let's see, I'll be pitching for a Mystic here. I'd like to get some extra runes, because ideally, just buying all of the Enlightened cards that I can afford to buy this turn, which I would hope would be more than once, but does not appear to be the case. So I got the air, and I'll take the Skyrocket. See if I can hit something bigger. I didn't. And we'll just be Staff and another blank kill any monster card, Aaron the Godslayer, to gain 1 honor. So unfortunately, I have, like I said, ended up with way too many cards that deal with monsters and not enough monsters to deal with. It's been kind of a monster-like game. It's a really kind of hyper-efficient monster cards. Luckily, what he has is kind of heavy infantries and stuff, so he's not being particularly efficient over there either, but still closer than I would have liked with the start that I got. And we'll see how this plays out. And I think he beat me on the last turn or two of exchange, though. Okay, so I energized the Honesnot this time. And let's see. I guess I will probably banish here. Do I banish the Driller Mark? I kind of want to buy the Monk. Maybe it's just insane to do that. Maybe I just buy the Driller Mark. I probably could buy the Monk and then still go for the Driller Mark, actually. Well, I definitely want to banish something, and it's probably this guy. I'm not buying that. I don't want him to have it. So, alright. The Muse pays off again. I will take the Monk for 1 less than the Belthar, because it does give me 1 more card draw. And that gives me more card draw, so that's sweet. Here's the Leprechaun. Unfortunately, it's kind of like a long game incremental advantage card. Oh, I'm going to run out of time. I have to do this quickly. I'm going to try to buy this. I'm going to buy this Driller Mark if I can get there. I have to go fast. Sorry. I've been kind of talking through it all and have run my clock out. Hopefully I won't lose because of that. I had to end the turn. I was going to run out of time. I think I did enough. We'll see. I like to make it exciting. For those of you watching the basketball tournament that's on currently. A little buzzer beater there, maybe. There was definitely more on the board there for me. I could have bought the... if I'd had more time, I would have bought the Monastic Tutor that he bought and drawn some more cards. But, like I said, I think hopefully, if his turn's not too insane, may have just pulled this thing out. Sorry that I did not get to get going with the Leprechaun. As I was about to say, it's kind of late in the game to be picking up a Leprechaun, because it's something that kind of pays off to get early. Whew! So that one, down to the wire. We'll take it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.